Good morning. I had a dream this morning that I feel really impressed to share post haste, and it was pretty terrifying. And I just woke up feeling just shook to the core and really just feeling kind of jittery and stuff for a couple of hours afterwards. And so I wanted to share this before I run off to work. I got a couple of scriptures this morning. Um, And the first one is Revelation 11:13. At that very hour, there was a severe earthquake, and a tenth of the city collapsed. 7,000 people were killed in the earthquake, and the survivors were terrified and gave glory to the God of heaven. And the other one I thought of, and I'm not sure why this one came to my mind completely, but this is Acts 17:6. And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, These that have turned the world upside down are come hither also. All right. So what I saw in the dream was I was at work, not my current office, but I was in an office, and I was going out of my office and into my boss's office. These offices looked like cheap uh, mobile housing or something, and were sandy in color. So my office was empty, and so I walked into my boss's office, and next to a desk was a box full of my stuff with the teddy bear that I sleep with on top. Uh, that's funny. And I was thinking to myself, why is my stuff here? And I'm puzzling over why my stuff was packed in a box and why, my teddy bear was on top of the box. And as I'm standing there looking at that stuff, I hear some kind of strange noise, almost like a rattling in the closet. So I turned to look in the closet, and when I turned to look in the closet, something takes my breath away, like when you get, punched in the stomach or something. And the next thing I know, the ground, or the floor in this case, is the ceiling. And I am clinging to the ceiling. I'm digging my nails into the carpeting because I'm afraid I'm going to fall. I'm not falling though. And it's almost like zero gravity, but it's absolutely terrifying because what was up is down, and so for the best way for me to describe it is that the world was turned upside down. And for you people that believe in a globe earth, that might be hard to kind of grasp because you think gravity instead of magnetics holds us down. But for those of us who are flat earthers and believe that everything is magnetic, we are electromagnetic. Plants, everything has electromagnetics to it. So those things hold us down. It's not so hard for me, probably won't be as hard for you to understand that the world was turned upside down. So the next thing I know, I'm sitting on the couch next to my husband. Now, I'm not married anymore, but I was sitting there next to the father of my children. And his name is Richard, which means powerful ruler. So I know it was the Lord sitting next to me. And he was holding my hand. And that was to represent that he was going to be holding my hand through this stuff, which is awesome. And then, he looks at me deep in the eyes. And the next thing, he's showing me 3 different scenes of this same earthquake. Now, the 2 of the scenes I do not recall, but the 3rd scene I do very much recall. And I'm shown a sidewalk and a bunch of people walking down the sidewalk like they're walking to work. Only the thing is, it's dark, it's pitch black out. And okay, so these people are on the street and they're walking and it's pitch black. And the next thing you know, they're, I know that my question to the Lord was, people who are outside, are they going to like, fall really far? So he showed me the people and they were like zero gravity up, say, 15 feet in the air, some less, some more, and then they came down. Also in this scene, I only saw this guy from the back, but he was like a big Samoan guy. I'm saying Samoan because the tattoos that he was sporting looked Samoan, and he had this really wide back, and he was super muscly, and he was terrified. I had a knowing in the dream that he was terrified, and the Lord was telling me that it didn't matter, how people pictured themselves as super tough, super strong, they can handle anything, that it did not matter. The strongest man is going to be absolutely terrified when this happens. So my purpose in sharing this dream is for you to prepare your hearts, to get your heart right with the Lord, and just ask Him to protect you. Ask Him to give His angels charge over you, and just know that if you do ask Him to be there with you, that He will be there with you, hold your hand through it. It will be scary for all of us. There are a lot of things that are about to happen to the earth that will be scary for all of us. So I guess I will end there. I pray that you would walk close to the Lord and that you would stay in His Word and read the Bible daily. And love you guys. Bye-bye.